What do you see the benefits of the high kneel being compared to prone and compared to SUP?
Okay, so for me, it's then high kneel and then prone, because I have some paddling background and stand-up paddling. So um, the high kneel is just a way to kind of skip the balance part of standing up on a board if you have problems getting up to your feet in tough conditions.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a couple of guys have purchased Barracuda boards, and they were hoping to go prone, but prone is really hard. You've got to get a significant glide. It's while you get to your feet and then pop up while your board is gliding. So for one, you need a board that glides.
Yeah.
Which is the Barracuda is really nice example of one of those kind of boards. You need 3 to 5 seconds to get to your feet, start pumping and pop up.
Yeah.
But you just, even with the hand paddles, you don't get as much power as you can with that high kneel, low center and paddle power.
Mm.
The paddle I'm using there in that video is comes up to my neck, right about at my Adam's apple.
Uh-huh.
I talked to Jimmy Terrell, and he said, the high kneel guys usually go for paddles that are about up to their eyebrows.
Wow. Yeah, right.
But I think from a high kneel position, a paddle that long might hit the foil, depending on how long your mast is.
Yeah, because I SUP, my SUP foil paddle is to my eyebrows.
Yeah, so it's funny because you've got to really if you're getting down and low, plus you're kind of sinking the board. So
yeah,
maybe that's part of it too.
Definitely. Yeah.
Yeah. But down low, closer to the water, I definitely felt like I had twice as much paddle power and was able to get myself on a bump that I didn't think I would have really got a glide on.
Mm.
Standing up. But
the other thing that I guess to me, the big advantage of it compared to prone is that you're much closer to getting up into your stance. So the time from gliding onto a bump to then pumping away from the bump is much quicker. We can see it just here. You got the speed and then you're up in like really quickly. Whereas prone, if you're kneeling or if you're laying on your stomach, you need to be pretty snappy to get up to your feet and pump away from that.
That's a hard part too, because your feet, at least in this position, you can put your feet where they should end up being when you stand up, which is not quite the high kneel stance, I would imagine. I think this is more like a drop knee stance.
Yeah.
I think the high kneel stance is a little more spread out. But if you do that, then when you roll up to your feet, your stance is too wide.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, and you might push through the floor, when you try to pump away on that bump.
Yeah, nothing worse than that. And that's so. Actually, I'm gonna throw it out to the I guess the crew that are on now. If Adrian, Ben, Nick. Adam, if you guys want to ask Jeremy a question, let's get them out now. I know there's a bunch of videos that people have uploaded to Jeremy, so we'll get to that next, but we'll see what the crew here to ask.